Hi, back at Doomsday's not so much Krypt back here. I don't have that fancy background like my co-host tonight, Mr. Stephen Flug,
Yep.
the Horror Freak 85, and tonight we're speaking to actor, filmmaker, YouTuber, Kyle Rappaport. Really excited to have you on. Welcome, Kyle.
Actually, I'm doing this like I'm a monkey. I'm like a monkey or like I'm a gorilla. Hey, what's up? Kyle Rapport here. Movie Buff One. How you doing, guys?
Going good.
I'm glad
Doing
to be
well.
on the show. I'm glad to be on your show, Doomsday Krypt. Can I call you Doomsday Krypt, or do you want me to call you by your?
You can
first
call me
name?
DK. You can. A lot of people on YouTube call me DK. You can call me John.
DK.
It doesn't matter. We're live on YouTube and Facebook, so
JJK.
JDK. And I'm
John.
here with my other fellow friend, the Horror Freak 85.
Yep.
And I've been on your podcast once before.
Yep.
Once upon a time.
Yep. A couple of times.
And Doomsday Day Krypt. It's an honor to be on your show tonight. And I've loved I always watch your videos, and they're great interviews. I'm so excited to be on your show tonight. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm excited to have you, Kyle. You're the type of guest I really enjoy, and I've always enjoyed my guests. Don't get me wrong, but the enthusiasm is like, as soon as you were coming on, you gave me a call, and I'm a fan of yours. I'm grateful to Steven for recommending you. He's like, well, Kyle Rappaport's been looking to do this, and Steven's a fan of yours, I know. And it's like, all right, let me check this guy out. It's like, wow, he's got amazing content. He's a YouTuber. I was watching, the first thing I watched was on your second channel. So the first skit you had, I forget the name of it, but it was like medicine. And you woke up in bed. It was pretty funny, and then you were on the floor. It was hilarious.
That was like a medicine commercial I did when I was like 6 years, not 6 years old, when I was like 10 years old. Like at 12 years old, I made that little commercial up when I was like, I just did it for fun. You know, it was like one of the first things I did on YouTube, actually. I just did it was a medicine commercial, like kind of like, you know, where it's like, you know, you get headaches, and then I just like, have you ever had a headache? And then people made memes out of it. Someone actually made a spoof of it. A friend of mine made a spoof of it one time on someone else's channel. But hi, are you related to Mike? Everyone asked
Michael
me that.
Rappaport. Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, but I figured you were asked a bunch of times. I figured no.
No, I'm not related to Michael Rappaport. No. I wish I was, but I do love Michael Rappaport. He's a great actor. Anyways, back to you guys.
Oh, well, we got to say hi to some people in the chat here. We got a great filmmaker watching you right now, Jason Pitts, with the Alone Saga. He's got a 4-movie film thing he's doing with a narrative. It's Alone, Masquerade, and then the upcoming Lonely Echoes, and then I believe the last one he said is Unmasked. We got Daniel Cruz here, excellent mask maker. We got Kirk Douglas. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what were you saying? I was going to say my friend is a mask maker. He does masks, and so yeah, if you two ever come across paths, I would love to introduce you to him. My friend
Absolutely.
Doug, but continue what you were saying.
I was just welcoming everybody who is here. No problem. This is your interview. We got Chaos Cowboy. We got a good friend of mine who will be joining me at Spookala. You'll meet him, Steve. Camp Crystal Cabin 6, which was there last night.
Yep, I recognize that.
Yep. And we got Interval Comics and AIC, a good friend of mine also. And we got Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View. And we're ready to go. So tell us a little bit about yourself. We watched your trailer last night, so anybody was here. It was campy, fun. I loved the trailer for Sharkula. I thought that was great.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked the Sharkula trailer. That's like one of my favorite roles I played. I played like a really dark role in that. I played Dracula's assistant, Renfield. Renfield from the Dracula movies, and I just played like this really perverted, crazy psychopath. And you've seen the trailer. It's a silly kind of movie, but actually the trailer may look silly. The movie is actually much more scary, and like the movie is way more stuff to expect in the movie than you see in the trailer. The trailer, don't judge a book by its cover, like they say, or don't you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So it's
Oh, I absolutely. I love all sorts of movies, and especially I've become such a indie fanatic, and I know we were talking about Trauma last night, and as far as like Toxic Avenger when I was a kid and watching it, and I didn't even know they were really making as many movies as they are, which is makes it really interesting to talk to you because I'm a fan back in the '80s watching as I was a kid. So
yeah,
to talk to somebody about the movies, so I understand where Trauma films are like. Like that was Sharkula was a perfect Trauma style trailer for me. Like that's I'm sold on it just by that because I love that kind of movie. I find entertainment in them. I had great fun watching all the Trauma films back in the day that were just they were just different, and they're just enjoyable. Good popcorn flicks to hang out with your pals. Even at now older, if you have a few beers, hang out with your buddies, have some popcorn, have some pizza, and watch a Trauma film. And
yeah.
Sharkula looks like it's going to be one of those kind of films that you're just excited to watch and have fun
They are
with it.
excited to. It's like a very campy, exciting movie, like very fun popcorn flick. It's really fun. Mark Poloni makes some great movies. He's a great director to work with. He's one of my favorite people I've ever worked with, and I'm doing some more movies with him too coming up. Some things I can't say yet. Some more shark movies too I'm doing with him, and I not just done shark movies. He does like all sorts of movies. He does like murder movies, like like slasher movies, like monster movies, like all bunch of stuff he does. And I've been in like this is like my Sharkula is like I think one of my favorites I've acted in, and I know I say this all the time. I just have a really deep feeling. I really like like a really warm heart. Like that movie just means a lot to me, and I can't wait to see that movie. Like like that role meant a lot to me because I get to play someone, not just always like playing a good guy, like a guy that gets killed, or like like always like play the same role and everything. But I get to play someone different that I never got to play before, like an evil crude, like an evil satanic guy that gets to kill people and gets to throw people into sharks and stuff. It's just really fun. I love playing like all sorts of roles though, but that role was just phenomenal. And
It was it was something different for you, and you can hear the passion in your voice. Where it felt like you don't want to. I don't want to say typecast, but the people like the performance you were putting on other things, and they wanted that again. And this is kind of a performance you can hit your darker side and show what you can do.
Yeah, show my real true acting skills. Yeah, it's like and there's another movie that I don't really like talking about, but it's called Bloody Nun 2. I like talking about it, but but there's certain things about it that I can't get into. But Bloody Nun 2, have you seen that one?
I haven't, but I think I spoke with somebody who was in it. Isn't Laura Ellen Wilson in that movie too?
Yeah, Lauren L. Wilson is in that.
Yeah, if I had her on.
Bloody Nun 2, the Curse was. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies I've acted in. Every movie in my I've acted in has a place in my heart. But Bloody Nun 2, something my comedic role comes out in that one. But it's I have so many favorites I love doing. Camp Blood 7 was actually one of my favorites. Camp Murder. I have so many favorite movies I've done over the years. And one of my favorites that's coming out is a movie called Alien Vampire Busters. That's probably one of the best roles I've ever had before, ever had. And if that ever comes out, God help us. If that movie ever comes out, I hope it comes out one day. One day. It's directed by my buddy Rob Nemer. I had parts in it with other people that I act in it with, Sean C. Phillips, and is in it with me. Um, Eric Roberts, Andy Dick. I wasn't in the scenes with Eric Roberts, but I was in scenes with Andy. I wasn't in scenes with the main cast, but I was in scenes with Sean C. Phillips, Dino Tucker Upper, and Sammy J. Do you know the
I'm not
YouTube?
sure if I know him. I definitely know Andy Dick because I was a news radio fan back in the day.
Andy Dick was really is he's really he's not really he's an I don't want to talk too much about him. Like I don't want to talk smack. I
He's
like
a
talk,
little off the wall, I've heard. You know,
yeah,
to put it nicely, he's
yeah.
definitely an interesting character,
But
to
he's an
say the
interesting
least.
character. But he's a great guy. He's a great actor,
Yeah.
and he's a really funny comedian. But Eric Roberts is really fun to work with. I didn't work with them, like I said, on the set. They're in the same same movie that I'm in. You know the feeling that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do I?
I mean,
I'll go.
it's edited together. You mean like you didn't work with him one on one? You were saying, or
Yeah, I didn't work with him on one. I worked with him like edited in together. Like Phyllis Rose is in that movie from Sleepaway Camp. Dave Sheridan, lots of people, big all-star cast, not all-star cast, but big
Well,
cast.
to me, that's an all-star cast. I'm
Yeah,
a
it's
fan
an
of all of
all-star
them.
Yeah, somewhat.
Well, to me, it is. I mean, me and Steven were talking last night. I'm jealous of all you guys. Everybody tells me how great Felissa is, and I can't wait to meet her at
I want
Spookala.
to meet Felissa too. I would love to meet her too.
Oh, you just. She's been so busy too. She's in so many indie films. It's not even funny.
Yeah, they just keep coming with them. Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp is one of my favorite 80s slasher movies from the back in the day, and I hope to meet Felissa one day and get her autograph.
Yeah, I'll tell her you said hi, and well, actually, old Steven there is like best chum, so he'll be able to say hi for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe you can get you on a video call, say hi.
I might be next to her probably because I know Dave and their tables are always like right next to each other. So I'm pretty sure it'll be that way in Spookala. So, yep. So I'll get you that autograph.
Yeah, but that's.
Maybe I get say hey to you. We'll see.
What were you gonna say?
I said.
Oh, I was just gonna. Oh. You go ahead. Go ahead, Steven.
That was the last sentence I was going to say. Maybe I'll get her to say hey to you when she's not too busy.
I wish I can get her autograph too.
So, yep.
Have you been to any conventions, Kyle? Have you ever been to conventions in your area?
I've been to conventions. I like to meet Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan. Maybe you can hook me up, our Freak 85.
Yeah, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank you with autographs.
Yep.
Yeah, he's Mr. Legend there with all the legends, and to me they are legends. Eric Roberts, I loved Best of the Best back in the day. I loved him in all sorts of movies. He's been in some good ones. He was just in what was it, the Righteous Gemstone season this year.
Yeah,
he was in this season.
What were we saying about horror conventions, Doomsday?
I was saying, have you been to any?
I've been to a couple back in the day. I used to go to them more often, but actually this weekend I'm going to Chiller Theater. No one knew about that. When they watched, I don't know if I mentioned it in my live stream last night, but I'm going to the Chiller Theater horror convention this weekend with my girlfriend Lisa Stevens. She has a YouTube channel also, XX Mental Star XX. Shout out to her. Her and I are going to a convention with my sister and her boyfriend Ryan, who was actually on the show. He commented on the show last night too. He was in the live chat. So they're going to be treating us to the horror convention, to this Chiller Theater. And I've been to Monster Mania many times in Chiller Theater, so this is a long time. I haven't been to Chiller Theater in a long time, so this is probably I haven't been to Chiller Theater in maybe 8 years. I don't even remember because of the COVID and everything. So it's been a while. So I'm finally excited to go back to a convention again.
And you're in a great area. You're in New Jersey. I guarantee there's going to be an event at some point in the New Jersey area where you can meet Dave Sheridan and Melissa Rose for sure.
Yeah,
I can't. That's like the great thing about conventions now. I'm sure Steven can tell you more than me. They're busy. I mean, they're getting back, and in all these, I think more people embrace them. A lot of more '80s people are embracing them and then making comebacks. I brought up Beatrice Bupley before. Amanda Kruger, she's come back and she's
good.
kicking butt at the conventions. Looking forward to Phantasm. She's actually going to be down there. I'll be there, so it's going to be pretty exciting about that. And she's one of the nicest people I've met. So with conventions, there's all sorts of people that'll be there. And Melissa Rose being as busy as she is, and Dave Sheridan, I can't see them not going to a New Jersey event in the near future.
Yeah, a lot of them go to New Jersey. Robert England, I would like to meet. Of course, there's Melissa Rose, Dave Sheridan. I would like to meet Robert England. There's so many. I met so many people though too. I met Tony Todd, but I didn't get his autograph. I met Ted Raimi, Tom Savini. I got his autograph. I went at Monster Mania. I met, the guy from Brain Dead, Dead Alive, Timothy Baum.
Yep.
And I met a bunch of people. I met Lloyd Kaufman when I was on, of course, because I worked with him in the Trauma movies. I was in Return to the High Volumes 1 and 2 and hashtag the new Shakespeare Shitstorm movie. I met him a couple different times, Lloyd Kaufman. I met, Mark Poloni, of course. I met, who did I meet? I met tons of different people. I met you guys.
I'm honored to meet you, man.
You guys too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Vinny, my buddy Vinny, who does a lot of my big pieces that if I'm in the Doomsday Krypt, you'll see him. He's done like Myers House. He's got the Ocala radio station coming. Yeah. And we got a Big John, Little John house coming since James Jude Courtney's going to be at this upcoming event. And I'm not going to say Spookala again. Damn it, I said it again. But I'm looking forward to that and Phantasm. I mean, and
is it Spookala or Spookala?
Yeah, well, I'm leaving. I'm 1 week from today. I'm on the road to Florida to go do that. That's why Cheetah Patrick, he's always busting my chops. I told you yesterday about that guy, Kyle. I told you yesterday. He loves it. If he ain't busting my chops about Halloween '78, now he's moved on to busting my chops about Spookala. And then when I love the conventions. I've met so many cool people, and I'm going to give them shout outs too. Spookala is going to be exciting because it's in a few weeks for me. Really, it's about.
Harris is somebody I want to meet too. I met Dario Argento. I met him. He was the first celebrity at a convention I met. Dario Argento. I met him. I'm
jealous of Savini. You met Savini, the legend. I definitely want to meet him.
Yeah, people say he's not a nice person, but he was
no comment.
He was nice to me and my friends. He was very nice. People are gonna hate me in the comments now. Wait. But he was very nice to me, shockingly. I'm like, I was shocked. I was afraid to go up to him. I'm like, this guy is not good. I heard he's not nice. I heard he's not nice. He was very nice to me and my friends. Me and my friend Doug and Mark, my friend Mark Chindemi, and Doug Adino. You just got to approach him the right time. I don't know how he was nice to us. Somehow I got lucky.
Maybe he just has his days, I guess.
I don't know. He has his days.
I could see it though. I mean, I watched the documentaries on him. I've learned this, and it's not a knock on any celebrity or anything. I've met a lot of, especially in the horror, I think I've met more awesome than I've met not so awesome. I mean, Comic-Con's a different story. We talked about that yesterday.
I met some mean celebrities before too, and I've had my fair share of encounters with celebrities and stuff. Everybody has that.
Everybody's going to be different. Yeah.
I mean, Linda Blair, she was nice, but she was a very nice celebrity when I met her. She was down to earth, but she went out. her public, like her, what do you call it? Like what you're doing,
Agent.
like agent. Yeah, like are you being the agent for Felissa Rose and Dave
Oh,
Sherry?
handler.
Handler.
Handler, yeah. The handler or the agent, whatever it is. I was filming. Well, this was years ago. I was filming her, trying to, get an interview with her, and her agent goes, "I don't want you filming," and puts the camera away.
That's more an agent than a handler, I think. Somebody. I mean, if they ask you not to, I'm sure. Like if Steven, as an example, is a handler, and they say, "Please don't let people take videos," he's going to say no videos.
Yeah.
But a lot of times that'll be an agent or something that says no.
Well, when I was with Chris Sarandon, they couldn't take pictures, and I had to stop a couple people. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, no pictures." Unfortunately, yeah.
You let me.
Right? Well, I mean, it's up to them too. I mean, above me.
It depends on the celebrity, yeah.
Yeah, like the guest, yeah.
It's all.
I was lucky.
Yeah,
like, I've had ones who I've met ones that you just know you can't. Comic-Con is the one where I've had the most trouble, but maybe because I got tables. Like James Jude Courtney was really cool with me filming when he was signing stuff. The 78 cast was cool. Maybe because I paid for a bunch of autographs and they understood it was like a big deal, but I get it in their own way too.
I get why they don't want to be filmed, and I get why they don't want to have publicity. Some people don't want to have publicity. Sorry, nothing the streets. But Steven, you're just doing your job. Everyone's doing their job. So I understand.
Sometimes, like the guests themselves, they kind of hate that rule or whatever.
They hate that.
Sometimes they might just take a picture themselves later or whatever. Or
I understand. I get it. If they don't want it, it's policy. It's policy to the convention or to the con or
right, whatever.
I'm just gonna say I know Stephen Flug.
Follow the rules, and you just like what were you saying?
I'm just gonna say I know Stephen Flug. Anytime I have any problems, everybody seems to know him. He seems to know. Hey, I know that Flug guy, Stephen Flug.
Yep. Stephen Flug.
I take pictures with Stephen Flug, and I would take pictures with you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm usually not a picture guy, which is like I hate getting my picture taken. Yet here I am doing live streams. It's crazy. I guess, yeah, it's crazy. Sabuana, thank you for arriving. I see. There's many. See. I've learned one thing.
Spookella 78.
Yeah. Well, I'll be talking heavily about Phantasm because those are my. I mean, I'm excited about Spookalla. I'm excited to go to Krypticon in Minneapolis because they got Daniel Harrison and Chaz has always been cool when I've been at events. He was nice when I was at when I was there at Krypticon Kansas City, and he mentioned that it'd be a really cool time. He sent me some stuff. He even wished me a happy birthday, which was really cool of Chaz. But I'm really good friends with Anthony Greco from Phantasm. Like I'm really like me and him, we talk, and we become really close friends. So I'm really looking forward to that event. He's made some Fear Street. Did you like the Fear Street series on Netflix? Did you watch it?
Those were good. Yeah, those were good. I actually liked them. I wish they came out on a physical media format.
Yeah,
I wish they came out DVD or Blu-ray. They came out. They do have a VHS cop. Like they do have a box set, a VHS box set from Kata, the company. It's on Instagram.
I saw that. Yeah, something like a VHS box set. I'm like,
Steven?
I'm like, it's cool, but I mean, come on, put it on.
It's cool.
I gotta.
If you want to pay $200 for it.
Yeah, but no, not for a VHS.
2,000 or 200, and it was Kato Video. I think it was called Kato Video or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. They have a website and stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff. They have a lot of cool movies and stuff, videos and stuff, a lot of cool retro stuff, and they do retro covers and stuff that are really cool. It's kind of like Horror Boobs a little bit. You know the company Horror Boobs, the independent company?
I don't think I've heard.
No, but I have to learn about them.
Anything with boobs is fascinating. Horror.
No, they put out
Lead me to the boobs.
They put out Return to Splatter Farm on VHS. They put out Toxic. That guy. What's his name?
Oh, don't ask me names. I'm not known as John the Name Butcher for nothing. And I know Steven has trouble too.
A lot of shot on video movies they put out on VHS. A lot of shot on video horror. I love shot on video horror. That is like my favorite. Like Video Violence, Cannibal Camp Out. I actually acted in a shot on video horror movie, but it never came out. I filmed something with my friend. I filmed something. My friend actually filmed it for me. It was my friend was doing a shot on video horror film. His name is Chris FN. It's called Night of the Mask. I don't know when it's coming out, but I have a part in that when I filmed a couple scenes at my house. And I had to send the VHS tape to him, and it was I shot it on a VHS camera. It cut my scenes, and my death scene and everything, and me talking on the phone, and it was like very 80s like throwback thing, like how they did with Did you ever see that movie Fatal Premonitions from SRS Cinema?
I haven't seen that one, no. But it's more like the high defs or whatever, how they're shot on video type.
Yeah, like high defs. But that's who directed that. I think.
Well, there's different ones. Todd Sheets had done one, and there's
that. Yeah, Todd Sheets directed that.
Well, his segment. It's a few different directors. I forget their names offhand, but
Brad Sykes, Todd Sheets. I think Dustin Ferguson directed one.
Maybe.
Yeah. But and then some other people directed. Like there was a bunch of horror segments and stuff. But Savini's bad days are always at conventions. I don't know if they are they?
No comment.
I haven't met them. I mean, and I was gonna say, you never know. Sometimes they can have a bad day, but I get it. Yeah, as a fan, it can go one way or another, real fast, and it leave a lasting impression.
What were you gonna say?
It leaves a lasting impression when you have a bad experience with a celebrity, and and if they do it enough times, the fans are the ones who are going to make the difference at the convention. And goes around. Be nice to the fans. That's the way I look at it.
You're nice to the fans. You're nice to the people.
Everybody has a bad day. That's understandable. But the fans are the ones who are keeping this alive and bringing these people to. And they're spending their hard-earned money. Might not be a lot to the one person, but it could be a lot to the person spending the money. Have that one time that they've dreamed about having. That even if you're having a bad day, it makes all the difference in the world to them. And maybe if you're having a bad day, you make their day good by just even pretending, acting like you enjoy it.
Acting.
That's how funny. Did you see the cartoon Harlequin, the cartoon, and Clayface is Alan Tudyk does the voice, and he's like acting. He's just like, it's acting. Yeah. If you get a chance to watch the Harlequin cartoon. The cartoon's pretty good.
It's folk acting.
Okay.
Patrick's asking, did somebody say Dustin Blood Claws Ferguson?
Dustin. Yeah, that's it. I
or Murder Hornets.
Dustin Blood Hornets.
I appreciate that.
This is a great show. Thank you, Patrick. I look forward to being on your show in June.
Yeah, Patrick's great. He's a great host. I really enjoy watching his.
He's a great guy.
Bunch of these guys, like Steven, I really enjoy all these guys' shows. So it's always entertaining for me to watch them. And I've learned a lot for what I'm doing watching them. I mean,
I saw Patrick's shows. I watch Patrick's shows. What's his channel? How you say his channel?
Have
Cheetah will view.
And Cheetah will view. Thank you. Have Cheetah will view. Patrick, thank you for coming on the show, and look forward to being on your show too. And he had Tim Hatch on his show. You know who Tim? You should get him on your show too. Doomsday Krypt. He's a great actor, and he was in Sharkilla with me and a lot of Mark Polonium movies. Can't Murder. That's another one. Did you see that one? Can't Murder.
I gotta watch it. Anything you recommend, I'm gonna watch. I wanted to watch a bunch of them today, but life just throws curveballs, and my day went. Really wanted to catch up on a lot of stuff on you, but I'm excited to be talking to you. I think it's really cool what you're doing, and
you don't have much
your passion for everything. What's that?
Thank you. You don't have much to catch up on with me because I'm not in too much yet. I'm starting out. I'm not a big star yet.
I think you are very good at comedy. Just a few things I've seen in your own channel and some of the clips you've done, like on your YouTube channel, I found hilarious. I thought they were funny as hell. Like I said, I was trying to watch even more because I was hooked. You guys, make sure you check out his channel. It's all posted in the links. Actually, I'll post it again here for you.
And the links, group, all that. It's everywhere.
Make sure you check him. Yeah, this guy's talented. He's got a great YouTube channel, and I'm excited about his acting. I want to keep an eye on your career, and definitely any your friends, or if you recommend somebody, more than welcome. You can come on with them if we do.
Oh, but so much.
I'm excited for Sharkula. I say we run that trailer, let everybody see it.
Yeah, if you didn't see it last night, yeah, let's run Sharkula.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's see. We got a long one here. Yeah, let's run the trailer first, and then what I'll do. And we'll watch some of you can let us know which ones to watch, because I've enjoyed your channel.
I don't know if people get bored of that.
Why would it do that? That going on. Oh, that's why.
It would be like watching the trailers. This is going to be like a preview, of what.
And I'll let you know we watched the one with 93,000 last night.
Which one?
So you let me know which one you want. And hold on, let me pull it up full screen. We got this one here, the first one.
Yeah, that's from Wild Eye Releasing. That's the company that's putting it out.
Okay, so we'll watch that. You want to watch that one?
Yeah.
And there's another one too. We can watch any one you want. I thought the trailer was great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Something weird is going on around. Your name is really Renfield? It's a bit odd, but harmless.
No, master, please!
I think our boss has some weird hypnotic hold over these councils.
The shock and die are intertwined. Sounds like a load of crap.
If he knew the twisted mind of yours!
If he disobey one more time, you'll end up in the sacrifice!
Sharks. Sharks? Sharks?
We bring you our sacrifice for your bloodlust. What's your problem, asshole? I saw a giant shark with glowing red eyes in the water. What is it? Sharkula. Sharkula. The devil fish.
That's great.
I love it, man. I love it. I think that is hilarious, dude. I
can't wait.
You got great comedic timing, man. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
You little bra and panty sniffer, whatever I did, bra and panty.
I mean, that is trauma written all over it type deal. Like, I love that campy stuff. That definitely takes me back to the 80s. And I love that it's just like the special effects is even just add so much to it because it's exactly what you want in that kind of film. And I think I'm excited for it, dude. I can't wait. I'll have to get your autograph.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
You almost got that Children of the Corn Jacob outfit going.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's like the Children of the Corn outfit. Yep.
It reminds me about the Children of the Corn and what's the other movie? Yeah, Children of the Corn.
Well, which one? There's a bunch of them. So you're like, yeah, Children of the Corn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The original Children of the Corn, the original one, not the 19. When did it come out? 1980s.
No, it was later. Was it 86 or 87? I forget when it came.
No, I think that was I think it was the 70s it came. Wait,
was it? No, it was the 80s. I'm pretty sure it was the
early 80s. I'm gonna look it up.
80
right now.
Was it 80? Malachi, I meant. Yes, Malachi. Why did I say Jacob?
Malachi. 1980.
I think it's
That kid
80.
freaked me out. Was it 1980?
1984.
84.
84.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I looked it up. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember that.
Oh,
Usually I remember things like that, but for some reason I'm drawing a brain fart right here.
I get those all the time.
Yeah.
I had the Lost Leatherface on. I was thinking, I knew it was 03 that it came out, like the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I told everybody, hey, 06. Not one person corrected me. Not a Stephen Flug, not a Patrick Havchito. But it would have been funny if it worked together, but we had to change the trailer around. I almost want to update it because there were some really funny parts to it.
We can show another trailer if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me do you want to show the other Sharkula one that you have up here?
Well, the Sharkula one.
The one that
it's
was
the same
below
trailer.
No,
I think it's all the same trailer, yeah. All right, let's go back to your channel.
Imagine if there was a Sharkula 2 and then I'm like, they filmed it without me.
Yeah, they filmed it without you.
I'm like, wait, I was in Sharkula 2? Wait, what was I? I must have been knocked out, gassed or whatever, like, drugged or whatever. And they just been like, hey, Kyle, did you know we filmed you in Sharkula 2?
They just made you say stuff. And
they just made me say stuff. They're like, hey, Kyle, you're in Sharkula 2. I'm like, you're playing Renfield.
Sharkula 2, Renfield's Return.
Sharkula 2, Renfield's Return.
I like it. I like the title. I do.
That's a good
let's
idea.
See. What would be one that you'd like me to play for you that we could show everybody?
Let me think. You want to play Camp Murder? I'm not really that much I'm not in the trailer much. There's one trailer there's two trailers.
Oh, Camp Murder. Okay.
Camp Murder. I'm in the movie a lot, but not the trailer. Oh, Camp Blood 7.
I was gonna say maybe Camp Blood 7. Yeah.
Now we're going really far back.
That's all right. All the better. Camp Blood 7. It kills. Camp Blood. It kills? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, that's like one of the claim to fame movies of mine. That one knows me from.
Hold on one second. It wants to give me problems here. Oh, here it is. Camp from 2017.
Yeah. See, we're going way back. We're going from this era now to.
It's like a.
Is this the right one?
Yeah.
There you are.
To the newly reopened Camp Blood.
This place does have a reputation.
As long as we don't lose our
If you're not back in 10 minutes, we'll send a search party after you, just in case you meet the killer clown.
That was great.
And there's my vlog right there.
Oh, you want to watch that? The vlog?
That's too long.
Yeah, we can watch a little bit of it.
Okay, if you want to sit an hour and 20 minutes for.
Oh, we can always skip through.
How long is it?
Yeah, we can just watch little clips.
Cool. It's actually on the Blu-ray of it, the shorter version of it.
An edited one, yeah.
The edited one, yeah.
Let's see. I can.
Where am I?
Do you have anything you like to?
I don't know. I'm looking for you. I can't tell.
That was Mel Heflin and Wyatt Wood. That's Jim Sproles. Jeff Kirkendall. There's Mel Heflin.
Very cool.
That's a good scene.
Am I too far ahead? We can go back a little bit. I think it's.
You can't go any farther. Okay, get back in position. Get back in position. Let's do.
That's great. You documented it.
Yeah, I document a lot. I do a lot. of documentation.
Is that you in the chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the wheelchair victim in it.
He's the version. Okay, he's the wheelchair version in this one.
Yeah.
The Friday the 13th. A little bit of homage to that.
Yeah. He actually got the idea from me being in the wheelchair. From Mark Maloney got the idea. It's like, you know, from I think from which one was it from? Which Friday 13th was it? I think it was part 5.
It was part 2.
Part
Where
2
with the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Was it part 2? The wheelchair? I always get confused. Part 2 or 3, but I think it was part 2.
I think
I always want to say 3, but it was part 2.
Either 2 or 3. I think it was 5.
No,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was 2. I don't.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was. Was it 2? It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Sackhead Jason or the part 3. But it's where he goes down the stairs.
Okay, Patrick said part 2.
Yeah, it was part 2. I was right.
So it is part 2. Okay.
It's part 2.
It's like I
can't get last names right, but I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to say part 3 before, but I mean, it's like you forget it was a famous scene in part 2.
It is part 2.
Yeah.
You're right. It is part 2.
It's like there's so many kills. Who remembers what movie it's in? I don't know.
Yeah.
They all blend together. It's a Jason kill, you know, whatever.
Like there's a million Camp Bloods now too, and now a million Axe Grinders.
I can't make a rush.
But that's really cool. You guys documented. I like that. Let me go back. So
that's just a little preview. We don't have to watch the entire thing.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of skipping through.
Skipping through. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys spread out, because then we have shots of you guys looking, and then you guys come back. So let's just get back.
That's awesome, though. It's great to have these memories, of not just in front of the camera, but off from being in front of the camera.
I have a Sharkula one coming out soon too. A Sharkula around the town vlog, you know, on the set, but it has to come out when it's releasing when the movie comes out. That's in June. That's this June 7th.
Pretty soon, then.
Yeah, so it's gonna be once the movie's out, June 7th, on DVD. So that's when the vlog will be up. I vlog everything.
Awesome. Hi, this is day 2.
Yeah, well, that's good that you do, man.
Yeah.
And they're shooting.
He can walk. It's a miracle.
I can walk. It's a miracle.
This gets right up out of the chair. I'm good. You faker.
The scene where, and they're shooting some stuff there. Mark is over there, and they're shooting some stuff over there right
now. Patrick says Todd Sheets does the same. Kyle does the same that Kyle. I wish more filmmakers did this. Yeah, me too. I wish more filmmakers did stuff like this too. Yeah, I like Todd Sheets stuff too. He's a good filmmaker as well.
Yeah, I always enjoy it, and even watching. I watched Camp Blood Memories.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? Crystal Lake Memories.
Yeah.
Got Camp Blood. Now I got Camp Blood. Crystal Lake Memories in there, and that was like 6 hours, and I watched it all. I mean, it was so fun. Just watching some of the behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, the Crystal Lake Memories. I remember that.
Yeah. It was a real, like, I love documentaries. I've mentioned this a few times lately. And I've had a few documentary makers on my show, which is great. I had Dookie, Dookie Fly Swatter guy. I had the Horror Abel with Cindy Sanabria. Excuse me, Sanabria. I always mess up names. And those were a lot of fun. The Adventures of Dookie Fly Swatter. It's a long title. I got to remember. I want to give him some more shout outs. He was a real good dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was laughing at my face. You know, when I'm like,
They smell really gross. Don't smell them.
What were we saying? Dookie Fly. What was it?
Dookie Fly Swatter.
Dookie Fly Swatter. Who's that?
He is he's a musician, but Dookie's Fly Swatter was a band in the 80s, and they did like horror genre stage performances, like with Green Jello, Green Jelly. They changed their name a bunch of times. So yeah.
Did you ever hear Guar? That's
Gore, yeah, that had it. Guar's it, and he did a lot of interviews. Dookie's Fly Swatter was a thing. Let me
How you doing,
I'll remember when I get there. Hold on a sec.
Sausage what?
Because I love giving people who came on a shout out. I don't want to butcher it.
Who was this destined for?
Mel Heflin.
You don't want to give too much away of the video, right?
What's that?
You don't want to give too much away of the video, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm so bad with the memory lately. Life in Slime's a Dookie Fly Swatter with Kevin Von Esper. He's the director. I had him on, and that was a lot of fun. And that was a documentary, and I'm looking forward to that one. But also, Cindy Sanabria is doing the horror Able movie, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a sucker for documentaries.
You excited?
But I think these are great behind the snes. I really do.
Thank you. It's hard to hear you. That's why.
Yeah. When it's running, that's why I'll switch it out. Let's see. Todd Sheets.
Those were some cool
Let's see
quotes there, yeah.
Todd Sheets.
What's that?
Todd Sheets. What?
Oh.
Todd Sheets says the same. Kyle, I wish
more filmmakers did this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you already answered that one. Okay.
Yeah,
along with Higgins Haven.
Yeah, Todd Sheets is a great filmmaker. I really like Todd Sheets' work. Zombie Bloodbath. At first, I don't want to say, like, when I first watched that, I'm like, what was that? And then I'm like, I watched it again. I'm like, oh, it was really good. Like, cause it was a good movie, Zombie Bloodbath. I liked the gore and everything, but it didn't have. What'd you guys think of Zombie Bloodbath, the Zombie Bloodbath series?
I haven't had a chance to see it.
I've seen like Bone Hill Road.
Bone Hill. I never saw Bone Hill Road.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that one I want to see. I want to see. There's a lot of Todd Sheet movies I haven't seen. The only one I saw was Zombie Bloodbath, but I wanted to see his earlier films too.
Wasn't there Zombie Rampage? I thought, or what's
Zombie Rampage? There is. I think that's by him. I've seen a lot of Donald Farmer films. He's another good one too.
Mm-hmm.
He did Vampire Cop. You ever see Vampire Cop?
No, but I'm gonna have to. That sounds good.
Yeah, that title alone makes me want to watch it.
I think there was Vampire Cop, and then there was Cannibal Cop.
Oh, I think I've heard of Cannibal Cop. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychological. Here's a good question. I'll let you start off with this. I don't know, Kyle, you want to start off with this question?
You start off.
So let's talk horror. Let me look down here. It's easier to see. So let's talk psychological horror or gore horror. What's better? I think it depends on the film and how it's done. I think it could be a good mix of both. But I think I like psychological more in some ways. In story, it seems like that's a great way to go, where it's gets in your head. But I love gore. I mean, it's almost like what am I in the mood for? Pizza or a hamburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. What were you saying?
Oh, go ahead. No, you give your thoughts.
Yeah, sorry. you go. I didn't know.
Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, there's some great ones like Silence of the Lambs, great psychological horror, but it's also got the gore factor in it.
Yeah.
Halloween '78 is definitely a psychological horror. It's not really a gore fest. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a psychological and gore. Like, I think it can be a good mix. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I think a good, like, for me, I think I like a good mix of both.
Yeah.
If it's well done and it's a good mix, I think the psychological adds to the gore when you finally get there. If it's just a gore fest, it can be, with nothing but just, I don't know. It really depends. Psychological, Mike's saying, let's go through it, because I love this topic. I'm going to go through some of the questions, but Steven, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, the thing, like I said, I'm a gore whore, but I mean, psychological too. I mean, it's fun to mess with your mind too. Be like, because psychological stuff, can stick in your mind. And if you're in that situation, be like, fuck, what would I do? And it just, that fear might stick with you depending on your phobia or whatever, So, I mean, if you like being scared, psychologically is another good way to go besides gore, but it's a toss up, like you said. I mean, it need a good balance of it as well too sometimes.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? What's your feelings on it?
Psychological or gore?
Or gore.
I like both. For me, I'm a gore horror too. I like psychological. I like all types of horror, like any kind of horror, like scary, gory. Like anything horror. Like it's like it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's like I like all types of horror, like monsters, demons, ghosts, paranormal, whatever it is. It's good horror, psychological, thriller, gore, whatever it is. It's good. I like it all.
Chaos is saying the scariest thing is your imagination. Those old radio horror shows are the whole reason Halloween was even made, and no blood left, and not much blood left to the imagination. And I agree. And there's actually a great channel, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I'm subscribed to it. And they'll play the old radio shows on YouTube, like it seems like almost every night. And I'll just go in and listen to them, and they're great. I was like that too. Some of the scariest moments that I had in the 80s were those old records, or from the old scary stories, like riding down the road and you pick up this girl and it turns out, you just hear a scary story when you're a kid, and even campfire stories when you're camping. Those, I didn't even think of it that way, but that is some of my favorite horror too, to tell you the truth, Chaos. I can't, because it left so much to your imagination. You didn't need the visual. Your brain kind of left it to you. You'd hear it. I almost think about how I saw it, but you never really saw some of those things. It lasts in your head. So that's a great one on Chaos. So yeah. Camp Crystal Cabin 6 is saying psychological when the company, but gore for a long time, both during sex.
Depending on who it is, some of those sex scenes can scar you, man.
It depends on what kind of sex. Yeah, it's true. What Steven says is definitely true.
Yeah.
If it has to do with any, I don't. Let's not talk about the sex right now.
Yeah.
It's a family show now.
Sex is a very prestigious topic.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll get off that subject anyway, because that's all Mike's fault. That's Camp Crystal Cabin 6. I'd let everybody freely speak. Shame on you, Mike. All right. I'm all about good practical effects, monsters. I am with you. I love practical effects. I am not a CGI fan at all. I like CGI and other things, sci-fi I can work on, but even like if it came down to an alien, a xenomorph, I want to see practical effects done. I want to see practical effects in like kills in the 80s. Like any horror movie, I want to see practical effects.
Practical effects I love too.
Yeah, I mean, I even remember what was it called? Malignant that came out. I didn't mind it to go with, but then the CGI just totally killed it for me. It looked so fake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. It works fine with sci-fi, and you use in space, and you want to use that. You want to do ships.
On the Sci-Fi Channel, if you watch a sci-fi movie, the CGI is supposed to look like I mean, like a lot of these movies they have CGI now, and I don't know what's the big hype about it. I really don't. I mean, always been a practical effects fan. I make with my movies that I act in, the ones I do, always practical effects. I mean, sometimes they'll put CGI in one of the once here and there they'll put CGI, but mainly stuff I only act in stuff that's practical effects. If they do CGI, I'm like, no way, I'm out.
I mean, here's a great example of practical and CGI. I think Star Wars looks way better. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi looks more real and dirty and grounded than
if it's like
watching even the prequels.
Then you need CGI because it's hard. I feel like it's harder. Sorry, it's harder to get like for some reason you need CGI costs much more than practical, isn't it? Or is practical much more harder to do than CGI? Like with the cost of the effects. Like like if you need how's CGI how do you get CGI with practical? Like how do you mix that?
I think it depends on the scene.
Yeah.
Like if you use a little bit of a touch up, I the problem is once they go with CGI, they tend to just say forget the practical, so they just go all CGI.
They do forget the practical.
It's cheaper and it's easier for them. But to me, if it's easy, it doesn't. It's not making it better. Easy isn't better.
They want if it's CGI, they just want to make it like if they want to do CGI, they're just cheaping out on the effects. They're like oh we don't have the money for the practical effects, so let's just do CGI.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm not a CGI guy at all. Chaos said Hatchet movie is the goriest kills ever. That's a fun. I love the Hatchet series. Aren't they working on another one?
Those are not CGI. Those are practical effect movies.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. No, it's over the top practical effects, but I love it. It's a lot of.
See, that's what I love. I love over the top.
Yeah, Victor Crowley is a great look. I mean, that might be like. I know everybody loves Kane Hodder as Jason, and I do too.
Yeah.
I think Part 7's look was the best, but the fact that Victor Crowley is like an original kind of movie and its original character where there was none before him, I like his role in that. That might be my favorite as a slasher, even over Jason.
He came up with that story like when he was like 10 or something. Adam, like when he was at camp. No. Adam Green, who wrote it and directed it, he actually came up with that character when he was a kid at camp, and he was freaking people out with it. Yeah, and all these years later, he ended up making a movie out of it. But he came up with it when he was just a little kid.
What else? What else did Adam Green direct? I don't remember. I don't know what.
Oh, he did Frozen, not the Let It Go one, the one where they're up on the ski lift.
Of course. What was the one? Oh, the Frozen one, the one with the
ski lift.
That movie was terrible. I didn't like that movie. Did you like that movie?
I liked it. I mean, but it was a little long. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it was interesting though because I mean, it's psychological. There we go. Like, imagine being stuck up on a ski lift, with no one around. I mean, like that could really happen if no one knew you were up there. But he also
or an Uber driver.
Grace, Holliston. Grace. Yeah. Of course, Holliston is pretty funny, and you've had Kane Hodder, Daniel Harris. They've guest starred on the show. Tony Todd, Dee Snider plays their boss on it. So yeah, that's really fun if you've never seen that. Trying to think what else he's done. There's a bunch of other stuff I just can't think of offhand. But if the Internet Movie Database. Joe Lynch, who did Wrong Turn 2, Knights of Badassdom. He works with Adam Green a lot. So, but yeah.
Are the bats in Sharkula practical? Yeah, they are practical actually. If you notice in the trailer, the shark it was actually a practical, like it was a fake. Yeah, it's practical. It's a fake shark. A fake shark, fake bat, fake shark, all practical.
A little screen in the back.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. It was like a green screen in the back.
There was no green screen.
Or blue screen. Like they just, or like a projector.
There was no green screen. The bat was like, how do we do it? The bat was moving. Like we made the mat, like we had like a string, like how they do in movies, like the old school movie, and we made I was holding the bat like to my neck, that was making it look like it was moving, so it was like biting me. So we had like like a little like thing. So we have like Mark has his ways of doing things. So we made it look like the bat was moving and it was like biting me and like made it move. And then somewhat of it was CGI. I'll admit, somewhat of that movie was CGI. If you notice in the trailer, some of his movies can be CGI, but good CGI, good CGI. Some of it I'll admit, some movies do need CGI.
I agree on that. But if you could do practical effects, I'd rather have practical effects. But sometimes you have to have CGI.
CGI together, practical and CGI together.
If it's done well, I enjoy it a lot.
I
think there's a great way to balance it.
There's a great way to balance it. You have to balance it and connect it together, make it balanced.
I get it too. In the indie, you only got so much of a budget. So unless somebody's doing practical effects for next to, for more because of love for what they're doing, it can be expensive. It's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do, no.
But it does. I find it far more effective. That's why I love the old Friday the 13th and watching them, and especially now I kind of understand how they work more. There's more out there, like how it's done. It's even more impressive in a sense, and a lot of it's simple but effective.
Yeah, you don't want
and it's still effective.
It's still effective. Yeah, you don't want too much, too little. That's how it is. A scale, a balanced scale.
It's like Goldilocks. This bed is just right. Well, this movie's just right. There we go.
It was just right. You want to get just right.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's ways that CGI can be used in certain scenes that can really make it a lot better. But I think there's just scenes that practical effects will never be replaced because I don't know. Exactly. I mean, I can't say that because the way technology is going, it looks more and more real. But there's just something about practical effects that I don't know. I'm just
like for example.
I don't.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead. I don't hate CGI. I don't hate it. It just depends on the film. But for horror, I love more practical effects than anything else.
Yeah.
You're not going to do an Avengers movie without CGI. I mean, you're just not.
That's practical.
What I was saying was that practical with certain movies need practical, certain movies need CGI, certain movies need practical and CGI. It's how it is. Like like what you said, Doomsday. Right? Like with the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these indie projects. I mean, it's like a lot of things now. A lot of people are just they're doing it for the love of making a film. And that's why it's always great to support as a fan, and at least it's different. I mean, Hollywood's gonna go with what works, and they're gonna copy, paste, repeat, rinse.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, which I love about these indie projects. You're not gonna see you're not gonna see Sharkula, a movie like that made by a big budget company. But for me, I love it. Like I love the idea, the concept. I love the bat flying through. And I don't know. I mean, like I enjoy, to me, I love stuff like that.
Doomsday, you want to know something? I actually love low budget. I used to love when I was a kid. I used to watch big budget movies. I watch low budget movies now, independent movies now. I support independent cinema. I don't watch too many big budget movies too often. Ever since I started doing acting and this stuff, and I say like do you agree with me, right, Steven?
What now? Yeah.
Like we don't. I feel like the indie projects are the future of filmmaking. Like indie movies are the future in filmmaking.
Yeah, there's a lot more of it going on. So yeah.
What were you saying?
I said there's a lot more of it going on. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on, and there's a bigger trend of it now than there was back in the day. And I feel like it's becoming the new norm now.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming like it's become more popular. Back in the 80s, it wasn't as like known. Like, well, maybe it was. I don't know. It was just like it's great how these independent movies make such success now as more
Well,
than
horror is really the ultimate indie genre. It's always been really
yeah.
indie. It's been more high budget recently. I mean, maybe Scream
Yeah.
was like more high budget, but most movies, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, you name it. I don't, The Exorcist, I don't know what their budget was, but
And you
I
see
mean,
sorry.
I was just going to say, it's always kind of been an indie genre, horror films. And that's what I love about horror. And that's what I love about indie is it really is the ultimate indie thing. And that works the best.
Genre. There we go. The genre. Yeah.
Yeah, the genre. But I'm going to ask, somebody had a couple good questions for you, Kyle. I'm going to read this. His favorite kill from Victor Crowley was in the first one where Victor Crowley had ripped. Yeah, that was a great one.
That's a great one. I love that one.
Something about the old movies that makes a statement about art and hard work. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with this. And this is a great question. This question's for you, Kyle. So this one's for Kyle. What's the first thing someone should start on besides the script when doing a movie?
First things, that's hard. That's a hard question, but good question though. What was the question again?
Would it be the idea? Would it be the idea to have to before you start with the script, get an idea, the characters, and
idea?
That would be like where
the characters, the outline, and a story. You gotta have a story. You gotta have something to give to the people, to the viewers. What you want to have, like an idea. Mainly an idea is what you gotta have, and a story and characters, and you just gotta have whatever you get. Use your imagination on what you want your movie to come out to be, and be creative. Creative thinking. I feel like anyone can do this sort of thing, almost, well, anyone can do this, sort of thing. If you really use your knowledge and if you really can, if you know what you're doing, like if you can do that, like if, what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, well, as somebody who's new to this,
if someone is interested in doing this, they know what they're doing. They know how to do it. If they had training and they know what they're doing, you gotta just think with creative mind. It's like writing. It's like writing a school paper. So that's what it's like, writing a school paper or like an English paper. If you can write, it's like, I'm not really a writer, so I don't know much about this. I'm not really a director, but I do want to direct some things in the upcoming future. But what I would say is just have an idea, have and then characters and stuff and a story, and then you got a script. You got to have people, get a group of people, and that's how it starts. And you just got to know people, connections.
For me, what I'm working on, my first script with actually a writer, and I don't know if this, I'm going to ask you too. I'll see your thoughts on it. Mine was built off an idea, and then I kind of got a beginning and how I'd like it to end, but also like open end where there's much room for a sequel if it has to be, but don't want to get too far ahead, a beginning and an end, and kind of a middle, and kind of fill in that gap from beginning to end with get the characters together, come up with the idea of the characters, the slasher, and how you want it to flow, and how you want it to build up to that final epic moment, and leave a good ending to it. Kind of have that beginning and the end already in mind, where you know what you want to start and how you want it to end. Fill in the blanks.
The start, the middle, the end.
Like R.L. Stein, I read his
I
biography.
met
Like,
him too, R.L. Stein.
He would write for the Goosebumps books. He would write the last page first, and then go back. Like he'd figure out how he wanted to end, and then the rest of it would just.
Oh, he wanted to take the journey. He knew how the journey was going to end, and he just write the journey to it.
Yeah,
he's a really nice guy. I met him at a book signing in Barnes and Noble back in with a few friends back in the day. I forget what year it was.
Yeah, he actually came to Orlando at a Spooky Empire, so I was lucky enough to meet him. So
that's really cool.
Of course, you did, Stephen Flug.
not to drop any names, Stein.
Flug.
Oh yeah, I met him too. I met her. Yeah, I met him.
Book signing.
Why don't we just get a list of who Stephen hasn't met yet?
Steven, you know more people than I have.
I don't know. I mean, well, you're gonna meet Christopher Lloyd before me, so I hate you on that.
Yeah. Great Scott.
Great Scott. Oh yeah, I'm meeting him. Meeting him this weekend. Christopher Lloyd.
Very cool. I mean, he's from Taxi to Back to the Future. He's done so many great movies. I loved him in Taxi too. He was so funny. Yeah, that was a great show.
The Addams Family movies. He was Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
Yep. He's been on a lot.
Back to the Future. Doc Brown.
Yeah.
He was in the Piranha movies too.
Yeah, he was. Well, was he the second one? The second one was terrible.
Oh, the double D's or whatever.
The first one, the 3D, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I actually owned that one.
Yeah, the second one was at the theme park or whatever. Yeah,
that was horrible. It was gory as hell, but it was really bad. Did you see that Doomsday?
Which one?
The Piranha.
Oh, the Piranha. Yeah, I like the original. The original was great. The sequels kind of stunk, but the remake was good too.
Yeah,
was it Piranha 3D, right? That was the remake.
Yeah, the remake.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Double D.
That was
terrible. Double D. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah. I couldn't. I don't think I ever finished that one, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think I was able to ever get through it. It was not my cup of tea. Just.
Yeah.
There's so many movies out there. I don't have time to waste it if I get that far into it, and it's like, no thanks. My time is valuable to nobody. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I did not like Piranha Double D, but 3D was a really good remake, and Piranha was a movie that scared the hell out of me as a kid, because I'd be scared to swim anywhere after seeing that.
Yeah.
You see that movie as a kid, because I saw the original when I was a kid. I gotta say, my folks, like even Children of the Corn, like I was more into Jason, Freddy's, Michael Myers. My sisters were into the Children of the Corn type deals, and we'd actually.
Sorry.
How old was I? Let's see. I want to say like when video stores started opening, and for me that was like 83, 84, 85. Like I'm trying to remember 83 when movies started coming, and it was like at the drugstore. It wasn't video stores then. This was before Blockbuster and stuff. I guess I'm showing my years now.
You mean there weren't video stores?
Back in my day, no, there were pharmacies.
No, there was.
I remember.
I'm going to the pharmacy.
You'd go down to you'd go down to the local drugstore, and they'd have like a few movies when it first came out. It wasn't like VHS came out and it was boom. They didn't have video stores until a few years after, and then it started to boom. When people started getting VCRs and stuff and being able to watch movies. I was kind of at that point where ColecoVision came out, and then a few years later VHS started coming out. And even when there was only a few movies, like one of my first movies was Young Frankenstein. Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein that was one of the first movies that I got to watch that was on VHS. I don't know, you'd have to look back, but at our drugstore, at our CVS. It wasn't CVS. I can't even remember the name of the store. I don't know if it's still open, but it was on the East Coast by you. I want to say Oscar's drugstore or something like that. I forget what it was, but we'd go there and rent some movies, and you'd get lucky if there was like 15 movies, and it was on like a spin rack, like a sunglasses rack, and that's why you
like a
rented
postcard rack, just spin it around.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like a sunglasses rack that just spun around, and it have some.
I went to the movie store recently when I was on the set of Hellvan and this movie called Hellvan and Happy Hour Holocaust 3, and there was this place called The Exchange. It was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I took a video there. There was like a whole bunch of movies there that they had for like $10, not $10. They had $1 each movie. I was like they had like $1, $2, like all different prices, like from different, but they had a lot of movies there. I got a lot of good stuff that they had there. I can show you over here what I got.
I might have to, we can keep going, but I might have to bounce out from me being on here, but the stream will still be alive and pop back in about 5 minutes. I gotta take it. I told you I might have to do that. So
yeah. So this is probably a good time to go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Just let them know I'll be back. We're not ending the stream.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
A Hollow Man for $4. Jigsaw. This is a movie I'd never seen this before.
Oh yeah, I think that might be on Tubi. I recognize that cover, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Dracula.
That's a good one.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's just
That's the one with Gary Oldman, isn't it?
Yeah, Gary Oldman. 1980. No, 19. I thought it's in 1980.
No, that's 90. Yeah.
92.
I think wasn't Keanu Reeves in that too? I think, or I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was in that. Then I got The Brood. David Cronenberg's The Brood. I got Blue Sunshine from Synapse Films. This is a 2-disc, and I never saw that movie in my life. And then I got The Hollow. This looks like a Sleepy Hollow movie.
Yeah, that's
what Sleepy Hollow ripoff, and it has Nick Carter, Kealo Kuko.
Oh, from Big Bang Theory, yeah.
Kevin Zegers. So I got those from The Exchange. And I got some other movies lined up, and I got a lot of other movies I got to put in my next update.
Okay, yeah. Those are some good ones. Yeah, John just had to go take care of what he did. He said he'd be out for a few minutes, but we're still going, so.
Okay, I got to get going soon too, but.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to wait till he comes back, he shouldn't be long. He just couldn't be on camera with that person that he was talking about that he had to do. So, So he should be back in just a couple of minutes.
This is a funny live stream.
So, yep. So let's see what else we were talking about there. What was your first movie that you saw that made you be like, I want to do this? That inspired you?
My first movie?
Yeah. That you remember. That got you into film.
Got me into film. First movie I did. First, what was it again?
What movie inspired you? Like, you remember seeing a movie and said, I can do this?
Movie that inspired me. Well, Evil Dead is one of the movies that inspired me because that movie is just a crazy, crazy movie. And that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Like that movie, the gore in that movie is just so amazing. The effects in it, I just love that movie so much. It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like it just lives in my heart, and it's like I remember renting that from the library on VHS.
Yeah.
And this was, and I had no idea. And I had no idea what it was. I knew what it was. And at the library, I'm like watching this. I'm like, me and my friend Doug were renting it. We watched it on my TV and I had a VHS player, and I'm like, and it was really good. Like the quality was actually really great and everything. And I just really loved it. I really loved watching it. I have like so many editions of that movie. It's such an amazing movie. Cool. And I met actually two of the people from that movie. I met a couple people from.
You
that
said
movie.
Ted Raimi. You said you met.
Right. Ted Raimi was in the sequels. The sequels were good. Second one was.
One second. Sorry to interrupt you, but X Chaos was saying that he's got to get out of here. He'll catch us later. When's the next live? For Doomsday, I'm not sure when his next live is. I think he said he had one tomorrow. I got one if you want to check out Saturday on my channel with Maria Olson. If you want to stop on by and ask her your questions. But yeah, Doomsday, I'm not really sure. You'll just have to either watch the replay or keep an eye on his Facebook page. But I think he said he was doing one tomorrow, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you have a good night.
Have a good night.
Let's see you guys going to get the game. Oh, and Chaos Cowboy X want to know about the Evil Dead game. You plan on getting that?
Oh, there's a new Evil Dead game? I didn't know that.
It's coming out. Yeah, I don't know if it's out just yet, but it looks pretty cool, though.
It does look really cool. I have the one from. I have one of the Evil Dead games. There's one of many Evil Dead games. So many Evil Dead games. Evil Dead 2. I don't know which one.
Well, I know there's one coming out for PlayStation and Xbox. Like there's a newer one coming out where you can play.
So many Evil Dead games. It was for the PS2. I forget which one it was. My friend Mark got it for me for my birthday when I was like maybe 18 or 20, and I don't remember what it was called. I don't even know where it is. It's because I have so much stuff in my room, like so much piles of like movies and games and stuff. And it's called, I think it was the Resurrection one or Regeneration. Was there one called Resurrection or Regeneration?
I don't even really remember.
I played it and I love that game so much. I played it so many times and I still never beat it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to beat it. Mark had to show me how to get through it. I don't play many video games, but I used to play them when I was a kid more than I played them now.
Yeah.
But I play the Switch more than I sometimes once in a blue moon. I like to play Super Mario Brothers. The new Switch games, Animal Crossing. It's okay. I like it. My girlfriend likes that stuff, but I don't like the newer games more. I like more of the retro games like Sega and Nintendo and all that.
Yeah. You remember that game for Nintendo, the Skate or Die?
Skate or Die.
It is like Skate or Die. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That was a fun game.
What was a good game? Bad Fur. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Remember that one?
No, I can't remember that one.
That's for the the N64. The Nintendo 64.
No, I don't remember that.
Now it's a game show we're talking about live, and we're talking about games. Let's talk about horror movies.
I mean, we can talk about whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's some gamers out there.
There's some gamers. There's some other stuff out there.
I mean, hey, we can talk about whatever we want to. I mean, it doesn't have to be all horror.
We can talk about whatever we want, right?
It's welcome to the whatever show. We talk about whatever.
It's the Ramble On Whatever show.
Yep. It's the whatever we want show. You don't like it, get out. No, I'm just kidding.
Or it's the rant.
It's like,
it's the rant show.
It's the real random show. There we go.
The real random show. It can be a lot of things. We can call it a lot of things. A lot of names we can call it.
Yeah, Cass was saying that when he was asked about the next stream, he also was saying that he's got to get going, but he's gonna mute the stream so it gets the watch time and that we're all awesome. So
thank you. You're awesome too. What's his name?
X Chaos X.
X Chaos X. You're awesome, buddy. Thank you for tuning in on the show.
So I don't know if he already muted it, but yeah. And then it's kind of funny because right after him, there's an X Chaos Cowboy X. So yeah, a couple of
Chaos Cowboy X for tuning in on the show too.
Let's see. Oh, and he's getting the game. He was the one that had asked about the game, and he said he's just going to get it for Bruce. Well, that sounds groovy.
I'm gonna get it for Bruce. Yeah, you should. I want to get that. That sounds groovy.
Yeah.
I want to meet Bruce Campbell. That's somebody I really want to meet too.
He's a cool guy. Yeah,
He's a cool guy. I wanna meet him too. Oh, look!
It's like I met him too. Yeah.
There's an intruder in.
I think John's coming back. All right, Doom's back. Yeah, we're just talking some video games and stuff. So
oh, nice. Hey, man.
Yeah, hey.
I love video games. I never have time to play it. My computer crashed as I was coming in, and everything kind of crashed. Oh,
wait, the whole live stream didn't crash, did it?
But no, you guys were fine. I think I'm having internet problems right now because the computer's crashed.
Yeah.
And you guys are frozen on my screen, so let me leave and come back.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight? It's like that show when you had with Rob Mello and
oh, it's not that bad, but yeah.
No, I'm joking. It's not like that.
Today's.
Yeah,
welcome back. Are we moving? Oh,
you guys are fine. My internet crashed, and that's why you guys are frozen on my.
So I guess we can. I mean,
Chaos Cowboy says. Oh, what was that? I was just. He said he found himself watching a lot of 60s, 70s, and horrors lately, and Italian stuff is great. So yeah, there's some good Italian ones, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like this internet likes to crash lately at this house. But we're good now. I think we're fine. It had a reboot on the computer and everything. Like the computer totally crashed, but luckily my phone has regular service, so I think we're good now. I think.
All right.
Can you hear us?
A good 70s horror movie that I liked since Chaos Cowboy X said that he's been watching 70s. I forget if it's 71 or 72, but there's this movie called Stanley where this guy has pet rattlesnakes. He lives out in the Everglades, and he ends up using the snakes to like kill people. It's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I think it's actually the full movie, I believe, is on YouTube. Because I've been like trying to find that movie. I wish like Scream Factory or someone, a company would release it because I really enjoyed it. And I think at one point, the only way that it's available, and I got to see if that DVDs are still out. I don't know. But I forget if it was, I think either Brad, Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, or Jason, or the Horror Man, someone. They had a set of movies on like a 6-pack. You know how they have the group of movies, and Stanley was on there. But that's like the only way. There hasn't really been a re-release for it yet. But if you have a way to watch it, which I said YouTube, it might still be there unless they took it down. But that's a good one to watch.
You'd be surprised. I'll have to check it out. Stanley. Is it like Stan Lee? Or
it's not like Stan Lee. It's with an L. It's not like Stan Lee. It's Stan Lee.
And I'm guessing the game that Chaos was asking was Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Ash vs. Evil Dead.
The Evil Dead game that's coming out. Yeah.
I think that's only for the modern game. One of them is only for the modern game system. I'm not sure. I think Ash vs. Evil Dead is for both, like PS4 and 5. And in Texas Chainsaw Massacre is only for the Xbox, whatever the new one, and
it is
PlayStation 5. That's what I heard. I think that's stupid because I mean I just don't play games that much, and I go from house to house, and it's hard enough to move the PS5 or PS4. To move and lug around a PS5 from house to house, I'd probably just leave it at one if I did. Probably not this house, but where the Doomsday's Krypt is. But I'm not buying a system just to play a game. I wish I could have time for games, but I just don't.
Actually, I don't think right now you can get a PS5 unless you pay like $1,000.
I'm sure,
they haven't put them back out. They haven't put them back out yet. So.
You know what? I saw the new Xbox is out, but not the disc version. My Walmart had them, but I mean, everybody I know plays PlayStation, so I'm not going to go and get an Xbox.
Yeah,
I'd be playing, It just I'm gonna get a PS5 if I get one. I still got a ton of games I gotta play.
Yeah.
And I'm so bad at multiplayer games now. I'm just such a bad gamer now. My eyes don't work well, like in shooters and this and that. Like I like the Friday the 13th game because it's nice and slow. I can kind of methodically
I never
stalk
played the
people.
Friday the 13th game. Is it good?
I like it. Do you have a PlayStation?
I have PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I like the kills. It's definitely 80s esque. Maybe I'll get if I ever get some time. Maybe when I'm in Florida, I'll have time. If I bring my PS4, I'll get like Devo and I think Christy said she had it. Steven, because we talked about playing. I did a live stream of it not that long ago, and I just went around as Jason and started handling some business. And I like some of the kills. Like it's definitely reminiscent of old Friday 13th movies. A lot of people complained about it, but I love the game. I love the one-player game. Like the mission games was great because you could do like different scenes, like boiling somebody's face or stomping on them in the fireplace. You could still do it in the regular game, but in the story one, they'd have these great cut scenes when you do it right, and it was kind of cool. So
Nice.
yeah, I'd almost like to play it just to do the one-player game. I accomplished everything. What his name? Lord Chaos plays it. He does a great job as it. Like, got to dunk him in the swirly. He's got that deep country voice. He's like, give him an old swirly. And go on over here and do this. And yeah, I like the game. I mean, me and my friends had a lot of fun playing it. Came Crystal Cabin 6 and Devo and rest in peace, my good friend Melvin Hendricks, Galactic. King Galactic Gaming. He always changed his name, but I know him as Galactic. We'd play that game. I have some streams. I just unlocked one of them that it was all of us playing. It was fun because with Galactic before he passed, he'd be always the first one who'd get killed every single time, and it was kind of a running joke. Be like, come on, and it was always me who'd hunt them down first. I didn't, and it wasn't intentional. You don't know who's playing and who's who, but I'd always he'd always be the first one killed, especially if I was playing as Jason. And for some reason, I'd always run right into him and be like,
because he was always the first one to say, "Hey, I'll be right back." No, you won't.
I'll be right back. Like kind of like in Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the new Scream movie was really good too.
Yeah, I like the new Scream. It was 1 and 2 are still my favorite, and I like 3. I wasn't a big fan of 4. The new one was okay. I mean, it's a Scream movie, and I enjoy it. And I even mentioned in your stream last night on YouTube, there's an indie one, and it's really, really well made. And I really like the opening scene to it. The only fault I have with it that I've ever mentioned, and it's outweighed by such a great indie film, is that I wish there was more characters. That where there was more suspense, like a whodunit. You kind of knew throughout it. There was a little bit of misdirection, but not a lot. But the opening scene was great. I thought they did a great job mixing modern technology with phone technology in a great way to draw the first person in that opening scene. It was one of my favorite ones. But you can check it out on YouTube, Scream Legacy. Check it out. It's a very, very well made indie film. It's only yeah. If you like the Scream series, I don't think you'll be disappointed watching it. It's so high quality too. The kills are really good. The sound is excellent.
Well,
like I said,
what channel is it on?
I don't remember the name of the channel, but if you just look up Scream Legacy, you'll find it. Here, I'd have to hold on one sec. Let me do something.
And also, for Scream movies, my favorite Scream movies, I would have to be in order would be the first one's my number one favorite. I like Scream 1 the best.
Yeah.
Then probably Scream 4. Scream 5 is my third favorite, the new one. Then Scream 2. Then the third one is my least favorite.
Really? Scream 4 is my least favorite. I like Scream 3 just because I'm a big fan of
Scream 4.
Live Schreiber. I thought he was great in the movies. I was a big fan of Ray Donovan too. Yeah. I just thought he was great. Jamie Kennedy in the first 2 was great.
Yeah.
The first one's the best though. I love the first one.
You'll never top the first one. You know what I mean? Because them having the two killers at the end. I mean, they did something different and original when
Spoiler
horror
alert,
needed a
man.
kick in the butt.
Yeah, and also
Oops. What was that? 96. Oops. Yeah.
Or like last time at the video store.
But it was well done because they'd leave you going, and at times you knew who the killer was, or you'd guess because you kind of guess everybody. By the time the movie was over, it was kind of really, and I thought they did that really well. Let me see if I can find so we can.
This treasure right here. You know,
I'm going to put on the trailer because I don't want to play any of the movie. If I had permission from them, I would definitely play at least the opening. Or
this is the uncut edition.
That's awesome. I haven't seen that one yet.
Of Scream, not this edition. This one edition that came out
one. It's by Zen House Studios.
Not this edition.
That's a great cover. Yeah, I've seen that one.
This they said it was supposed to be uncut. It wasn't. It's not uncut. It says rated R in the back, but it has good new features on it too. But this is the one, the uncut edition. It has 6 minutes of more gore, and I'm like, do they really have to cut that out to make it rated R? To make it like, why can't they just make
it's been like that with them all, even with the Friday the 13th. It's like, it's too gory. That's what it's supposed to be. It's a damn horror film.
Exactly.
You know?
I know, but it's like in 1996, like they really
yeah.
They were really,
but they still had his guts coming out when they killed the boyfriend. I mean, so it's like,
I thought it was great that Wes Craven, they wanted to edit Drew Barrymore's death scene in the.
No, I know.
But he said there wasn't any footage that they could edit or do anything, so he lied about it, which I'm glad, but it's just a shame, really.
And
I'm gonna put the.
I just want to show you something. I told you about that exchange store. And I showed Steven these. I got the Hollow Man.
Great
DVD.
movie. Yeah. I even liked Hollow Man too.
It's
been years since I've seen it, but I actually like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I never
Keanu
saw
Reeves,
this in my life.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of that direction of it, but it wasn't bad. What's that?
It's a movie called Jigsaw, not Jigsaw the Saw movie. I don't know what this is. It's like it's by Shadow Entertainment. This is a classic, The Brood. I've seen this. David Cronenberg's The Brood. The Jigsaw looked really good. I picked it up and it looked really good. Blue Sunshine by Synapse Films. Did you ever see this movie? I never saw this movie in my life. And then last but not least, I got The Hollow. This is like a Sleepy Hollow type of movie.
That was cool. That's something I definitely watch. I like the cover sells me right there.
Yeah,
and
I got a new indie movie I got to watch. I got it on DVD, and I don't have a DVD player where I'm at right now. And then this weekend I'm going to be packing up, but I'm probably going to take it to my parents and watch it. It's called Burglar from Hell, and Phil Herman. I got to give him a shout out because he's introduced me like Mike Moustastos. I know I'm probably butchering his name, Moustastos. Mike Moose. What's that?
Do you know Joel D. Winecoop?
I don't.
I was in his movie, The Craiglang Incident 3.
I'll have to check it out, man. I wanted to get more info from you to watch some films today. I really wanted to get some films to watch today, and then I took a power nap, and I was exhausted. I've been
like me the other night. I'll just take a quick nap. I'll be up in time.
Well, this one, but I wanted to do some more stuff like research tonight, and then I had to go to Walmart, and then I had to run out unexpectedly tonight, right before the stream. I didn't think I was going to even be here on time. So it was kind of, I just couldn't. It was just one of those days, but I'm excited about watching a lot of your stuff.
Thank you.
I always liked it makes it even more fun to watch films when you get to know the people, whether it's
Right.
Jason Pitts and Olivia Disney was on, and Samantha M. Shaw from the Alone trilogy. Samantha M. Shaw was in that, and Olivia Disney, and Jason Pitts is doing some great stuff. I had him on because he's doing Voorhees, Beast of the Night, and then Mike Moustasos and Jake Scazzaro came on and talked about a movie called Ravage. And so when you watch them and you know the people too that are behind it, makes it so much more fun. So now that I know you, I'm even more excited to see you in it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, buddy.
And yeah, but it makes it go. There's so much cool stuff coming out, and so many cool people I know, like Michael McGlynn. I'm sure you know him. I can't wait till. He's been in a few films. He's got Bloody Camp Summer or something. It's almost similar to your name.
Camp. I know that movie.
Bloody Summer Camp. Yep.
Yeah.
And he's got another one coming. I'm so bad with remembering things, especially the later the night goes. Michael McGlynn. He was on a few days ago. Great guy. I've had him on twice.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's
awesome dude. I mean, but you get excited when you get to talk to these people. Angel Bradford, a co-host I've had a few times, Amy Cody, or Cote, as she likes me to call her. I had the Lost Leatherface, Brett Wagner. Now he's in an indie film coming up with Amy Cote and Angel Bradford.
These people are bigger stars than me, though.
I'm gonna bring them up. Well, I mean, I don't think. I think that's. I don't like to call it that. I don't think that's really a great way, because I think a lot of these indie people wind up working together, and I think that's awesome. I mean, a lot of networking. Sarah Agnes Church, who's in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, she's been trying to find more work, and she's getting more work, and all the interest. So it's exciting seeing all these people getting together that I've met now. And Laura Ellen Wilson, you worked with in Bloody Nun too. Is
somewhere though, you know?
I think she said she was going to be at Crypticon in Minneapolis, or like Crypticons. Yeah. I don't know if it's the same one. Maybe I'm wrong, but because she was super nice. I know Patrick co-hosted that night with me. I have Cheeto View. So just everything. I enjoy it. I mean, Stephen Flug is kind of a star. He was a background guy in a fight movie and another movie.
I had a really big 4-second role and Never Back Down.
And Stephen Flug is more of a star than I am. I heard he's doing a movie called what was it? Killer Hippo. What was it?
Hungry Killer Hippo. Yeah, I'm working on that script too, and
Killer Hippo. What was it?
Hungry Killer
Hippos.
Instead of Hungry Hippos, like the game, yeah. So we're gonna work on that one time there. So yeah,
one day we're gonna work on that, and I'm gonna work on a movie called Movie Evil Night.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think we should do that. I
look forward to it when I hear people and all over the community. I mean, even like with me, it's influenced me to work on writing things that I wouldn't have done before, and just the people I've met. And it's not even just indie people that I feel lucky that I've met. It's guys. Well, I knew Mike Camp Crystal Cabin 6 before he was even making Hawks. We played hockey on NHL, and then we played from Friday the 13th. And I started doing this. He's like, he saw some of the Hawks people were making. He's like, I'd like to do it. I met Daniel Cruz, a talented mask maker. Vinny Cucarato, who's making these amazing things. Michael Toth, who's an amazing artist. Thomas Bruce. I could name, depends. I can't name them all because I butcher names, John the Name Butcher, but I mean, I've met all these great people. I've had Beatrice Bupley, Amanda Kruger on. I mean, it's somebody I'd never really. I've watched the film as a kid. Yeah, Beatrice Bupley. She's going to be a Phantasm with me. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, and she's like making a total. I think she's one of the coolest. She's going to be on soon. She's going. Best of luck if she happens to see this stream, because she does check in on Doomsday's Krypt, and it's kind of an honor that she does and likes and welcomes people. Mm-hmm. But she's having some spine work done, so she's ready to go, like the Terminator at Phantasm. So I'm praying for her to have a nice, quick, smooth recovery. She just had her girl getaway. I mean, I've been lucky enough to meet Vince DeSante at Crypticon. Met James Jude. I mean, it's just been a whirlwind of people that I've met from everybody. It's and that's where I love these streams. It's like
actors,
I'm not doing any streams this week. I'm getting ready to go. Hey, Steve, what are you up to tonight? Nothing. You want to come on? Yeah. Hey, I know this guy, Kyle Rappaport. You want to, I'll have him call you. And then we just wound up scheduling for today, and I'm a big fan. And then I'd reached out to my friend Derek's Horror Stuff, who was he's got a great channel. He's doing a little switch up on his channel. I think he's going with just Derek Ricard and opening up more than just horror, which I think is a great idea. He wants to talk about more things. He's a fascinating guy. Was on with me with the Fuzz on the Lens guys. Oh, Michael Levy. I'm hoping to get Michael and Jason on. Congratulations to Michael Levy if he happens to see this. Just had a baby a couple days ago, which I'm happy for him. That's he was too busy to come on the show just because his wife's ready to bust any day.
That's
so
not an
selfish,
excuse. Come on.
So selfish.
I know.
No, well, I'm looking forward to watching.
What's wrong with
on Tubi. You can also buy the physical copy of Normal Attraction, which was hilarious. It's a hilarious movie. Those guys do some really fun ones.
Come on, why can't he come on?
I don't know. So selfish, some people.
People are
no, it's actually honestly, I had a blast talking with them.
In the world, we don't need any new lives coming in.
No, yeah.
I mean, if the interview was going on and she's in the hospital, I mean, labor usually lasts a while. I mean, how long's the interview going to take? 2 hours? Give me a break.
Out of the 36 hours, you can.
I'll be there, but I'm on with Doomsday's Krypt.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, joking aside.
No, but I mean, it's been an honor. I mean, I'm sure you're the same way. It's like, wow, here I am sitting and interviewing, Melissa Rose, Danielle Harris. Oh, well, you'd hopefully one day you get her on, but David Howard Thornton, all the people you've had on. I mean, how cool is that, man?
Yeah, I mean, Felissa will be on one of these days. She's just been so busy. It's like, so I'll probably
doing movies and all these conventions.
Well, yeah, she does like any convention. She's like there, like every single one. She travels everywhere. So
she literally is everywhere.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm so happy for her because I've always heard so many wonderful things about her. And like I said,
she's keeping busy too. That's great. So I mean,
just unfortunately, she's too busy for Horror Freak 85 and House of Horrors. What the hell?
And it's funny because she even did like a little promo. She's like, I can't wait to connect with the Horror Freak.
Yeah. What was that, about 8 months ago?
I think so, but it's all good though. I mean, I know.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, it's totally.
I wish her the best and everything that's going on.
Well, how awesome is it that she's that busy? I mean, really.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, I know you're. As much as you'd love to have her on, you're a fan too, and it's so good to see her keeping busy. Danielle Harris keeping busy.
Oh yeah,
like she's in the new Felissa Rose and Danielle Harris are in the new Stream movies by Mike Levy and Jason Levy, the Fuzz on the Lens guy. So is David Howard Thornton. That's a
they're all in Stream, and Dave Sheridan is in it. Yeah,
Doomsday's Krypt's gonna have the brand in there. Like I did the brand perk, and I don't know if they actually like me. They're just coming on because I spent. No, I'm just kidding. Michael Levy is one of the nicest guys. He's down to earth horror fan. I haven't had a chance to talk to his brother Jason, but like I was talking, we want to do an Abnormal Attraction type discussion because it's a movie they did, and his brother, like Michael's funny, plays a guy named Tim in it, which is a really hilarious character. But his brother's got a bigger role because Mike was directing it too. Michael. Jason plays a guy named Finbar, and the best I could do, and I think I told you about it, Steven, is compare it to Chris Elliott's role as the guy with the small hand in Scary Movie Part 2, I believe it was. He's like, "You want smashed potatoes?"
Anyways, I should probably get going soon.
Yeah, we're hitting almost 2 hours, so yeah, let's wrap it up. I'm good to sleep. Thank you for co-hosting with me, Stephen Flug.
Anytime.
Horror Freak 85, and Kyle will definitely get on again. If you got some recommendations, we'll bring them on, and you can co-host with me. We can all sit down and have a good talk. And best of luck to you, man. I'm really.
Thank you for having me on Doomsday Krypt. Thank you so much. It was great being on. Thank you so much. Thank you, Horror Freak 85. I had a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Check out Doomsday Krypt on YouTube, and check out Horror Freak 85, and check me out, Movie Buff 1. And You guys have anything else left to say?
I just want to thank everybody for all the support. It really blows my mind that so many people are really enjoying the show and tuning in. And it's an honor having all these amazing guests and people like Steven coming on and joining me and co-hosting and having him as a friend. I'm going to post your link, your YouTube channel link. I don't have yours available, Steve, but all this stuff is posted on Facebook. It's all on YouTube. You can check it out in the links if you look it up. But thank you guys. Thank you everybody who's been here. Thank you everybody who's been supporting Doomsday's Krypt. Make sure you support the guests that come on. They're all been awesome. Kyle, best of luck to you, man. I mean, I think you got a fantastic career going for you, and I see it just keep getting bigger and bigger. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And Steven, you keep doing what you're doing, man. One of the best interviews out there. Get some amazing guests. So, yeah, check all these guys out. Support them. I support them. You'll see me in their chats whenever they're live or something, or at least 95% of the time.
Yeah.
But take care, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night with Derek's Horror Stuff. Same time, same channel.
Same Doom channel.
Same Doomsday. Maybe the same beanie. You never know. I might switch it up tomorrow. I might wear a ball cap. I might wear a different hat. You never know. Maybe I'll wear a ponytail. You got to tune in to see if I got a ponytail, a hat, or a beanie. But take care, everybody. Thanks again. Peace out.
Later.
All right. Hey, thanks again, man. I will talk to you soon.
We're still live.
No, we're not live anymore. Oh, we are still on. What the hell? It's still ending the broadcast. It's